You know what time it is. Money, power, politics. And despite President Trump's latest threat to reinstate those Liberation Day tariffs on August 1st, the global markets are basically calling his bluff, with both Asia-Pacific and European stocks giving a muted response today. And they were not the only ones. This just blows my mind. Back home, Wall Street doesn't seem too worried either. And I want to share with you some of the biggest players in banking, what they said in their research notes. In their research notes that they put out this morning. See, I'm tongue-tied. I just can't believe this so much. Ready? From UBS, quote, "It seems a wasted effort to analyze every Trump social media post when investors understandably anticipate future retreats." JP Morgan adds, many client conversations yesterday point to investors still believing that Trump pivots lower from these levels. And Goldman Sachs writes, "We do not generally expect these proposed rates to take effect on August 1st. So essentially, the biggest financial institutions in the world just said publicly, we don't believe the President of the United States when he signs an executive order in the White House and he promises no extensions of this new August 1st deadline for tariffs. How absolutely crazy is that? With me now, Brooke Masters, U.S. Managing Editor for the Financial Times, and Ron Insana, CNBC Senior Analyst. Can we just stay right there? Okay, it wasn't long ago, right, that we would read the tea leaves, right? A president's hinting at this, a Fed chair is hinting at that. You have a president of the United States publicly stating what he is going to do, underlining, circling it, highlighting it. And pretty much all of Wall Street said, BS, you're not doing it.
It's kind of a scene in My Cousin Vinny where the Joe Pesci character looks at the judge and says, yeah.
Exactly.
It's kind of where we are. And now, sadly, though, I mean, as you say, the president's words used to carry significant weight on Wall Street. And if there was even a hint of a policy change, you know, things would happen. I remember one juncture in 1995, I was interviewing Bob Rubin, then Treasury Secretary of the United States. They shaded the language about the dollar-yen relationship, and the dollar moved, and people shaded
language.
Yeah, and you saw huge moves in the currency markets as a consequence of that. Now this is just kind of like going into the ether, and people look at it, they say, oh, it's just another kind of rogue comment that doesn't mean anything, which one then ultimately devalues any actual policy changes that could come down the road from this administration.
They said it really is Taco Tuesday, and I am not talking about ground beef. I actually want to play what Dan Nathan and Danny Moses said tonight on CNBC about